Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for rounds 21 and 22 of the ARC GT3 Championship. We are here at Silverstone this time around, staying in the UK, but this time, no threat of rain. Actually, there wasn't a Brands Hatch either, but uncharacteristic for the UK.
That's one way to put it, Riker.
And just like Rallycross, we've got not we. Yes, we have one person. No, I have a co-commentator, Logan Cool, who, for the sake of storylines, we can pretend he got dropped from Champ Racing. Rowdy just quit.
Yeah, I was battling no one for points in the standings, and I just wasn't having fun driving that Lamborghini, so I decided to give Riker some company up in here. Also, I've seen zombies with more life than Riker solo commentary.
Okay, I've also seen zombies with more brains than your driving style, your point?
Touche! As I literally was taking a spit Kool-Aid while Riker was trying to make me laugh.
Not your best choice. You really gotta have a comeback for that. As we're very early into qualifying here at Silverstone. Very long laps, so you gotta make the onesie set count. Tim Galvin was the first one to leave the pit lane, so, by extension, the first one to start the qualifying lap, and that is currently who we're watching. He heads up to Cops, not Stowe. That's the other end of the straight. And believe it or not, Logan, I know most of the corner names here, probably because the F1 commentators drilled them into your heads.
Yep, as we go through Maggots and Beckett's.
A section of corners that I can't imagine the Bentley is the most fun in, and it certainly doesn't look the part when Tim Galvin has a bit of a snap to correct going through it.
Yep.
But I guess it's a lap with a mistake is better than no lap at all, at least.
And I personally do believe the pole time will be a sub 2-minute lap time around here in these GT3.
I was gonna say it'd be exactly 2 minutes, like 2 minutes point, like 2 minutes 2/10 or something. We'll see how close Tim Galvin gets to that mark here in a second.
And also, we will be chasing history today, as if AJ will win either the sprint or the main, he will break the ARC record for most wins in a single series in a single season.
2019 is still faster than I ran when I was testing.
Faster than I'll ever be.
And he nearly lost control of the car. Scarborough at 2:02.5. The drivers to watch for this week as Fidel Fabian runs a not representative lap. Yep, there's AJ already into the 2-minute zone with a 2.998. And that's his first lap, so I can only imagine he's going to get quicker from there. Jan Torres in the other Bentley manages a 2:0.8. Almost said 200. 200 seconds is not a very fast lap anywhere. Except for, it'll be impossible, Le Mans.
You do know what 200 seconds is.
3 minutes 20, yeah. That'd be fast at Le Mans in an LMP1.
I think the track record's a 3:17 there.
So, I rest my case. Matthew Stotts just ran a 2:02.6. We were debating lap time. His teammate not too far off. A track that relies on straight line speed with its basically 3 or maybe even 4 decent long straightaways. I can't imagine the Renault is the most powerful vehicle here.
Yeah, the banana boats are being banana boats.
It's not a bad first impression from Zach Preston, your replacement in the number 78 car. As he runs.
We had that livery.
Oh, and there, the Lamborghini Spins.
Welcome to Champing, buddy.
Yeah, it seems like a fate worse than death the way those things look to drive.
And that's why I'm up here, and I still don't feel safe.
They're gonna like do like some like Asphalt 9 type stuff and just go off a ramp and 360 into the booth. Ah, I see the 78 car. It's just like a boomerang. It'll always come back for you. This DIVEBOMB is the last driver not to complete a lap up to this point. And it doesn't seem like he's on one right now as he's running at half throttle heading towards cops. So this must be an outlap. Yeah, so he's the one driver to watch, and the other one is down here in 14th. Hunter Smith, former full-time driver in ARC, has made a rather surprise appearance in lieu of Gabe Gazzola. That he's also driving, I think, Jamie's car. Okay, no, never mind. Actually, no, he's in Connor's, not he's in Connor Hannick's 48, not the 55 that Gabe's in. So technically, that is an LA7 driver, not CLE, despite being, to my knowledge, more close friends with the likes of Jamie Wright and Gabe Gazzola than anyone else. As Jamie stalks Nancy and or Billy Targi. That's not him, that's his teammate, actually. Through cops.
When the car is much more recognizable than the driver.
I don't really know where I'm looking at the moment. I'm just kind of like pointing the camera at random things.
Well, as we got 90 seconds left, any pre-race comments you want to make, Riker?
Congratulations on your record, AJ, because there's a pretty good chance you win at least one of these, statistically speaking.
Yeah.
May not be getting the pole, though, since he's currently sitting in the pit lane and not on the racetrack.
Who is that in P3?
It's your teammate, or your replacement. And he just started his next lap.
Final lap.
And Dylan's 227 down there is obviously not representative. That was an outlap. Where is he on the racetrack? That's not DIVEBOMB. That is Fidel Fabian. It's a weird looking Lamborghini.
Yes, it is. Well, to be fair, with how many times that Lamborghini's been backwards, the engine is in the front.
The engine is so fast it keeps overtaking the front bumper.
Can't get fired if you don't drive.
Are you... Whatever. DIVEBOMB is about to complete his one lap. Let's see if he can make it through Stowe and Club without, spinning. Yep. Uh-huh. That's a racing line if ever I saw one, Dylan. I don't know if the game is even going to count that one, considering he did more than exceed track limits. I think he redefined the phrase.
This isn't NASCAR, people.
I'm sorry. I don't think we can do that, Star Fox. What?
And that is pole for the Lamborghini.
Sure, pole with about 28 asterisks. Stotts is done with his lap.
If it's paved, it's okay. That excuse holds up in court.
Be tested, as here comes Carter Ritchie to attempt to get further into the top 10 on the starting grid. He will do that. He'll move to 7th. Luke Allen is not on a lap. Huh? So Connor Hannick is here, then why are there 248 cars then, I guess?
One of these things is not like the other.
No, actually, Logan, the problem is that these things are exactly like the other. bit of a miscommunication between Hunter Smith and everybody. Hunter Smith should have been in the 55 because Gabe Gazzola was not here. And the, I believe, final lap of the session, here comes Connor Hannock, the real 48 car.
Pre-qualifying.
Huh?
Yeah, apparently 17 people showed up, so we are sending one person home. Or at least that's what AJ put in the Project Car Suit chat.
Weird.
So
Then
that means... unless something crazy happened?
I guess that must mean Jamie got sent, because he was bottom of that leaderboard.
Yep, it is confirmed. Jamie Wright will not make the show.
That was weird. That seemed like such a believable qualifying session, especially considering, like, Torres and AJ ran laps. They're locked. Don't really see why.
I knew like AJ had to be in the session as he is one of the admins that must be in a race to witness stuff. But he ran a lap.
I guess he was getting practice in, but there were a bunch of cars there that were in the top 8 in points. Why was Dylan there? Why was
Testing
Jan...
out the D-Spec Lamborghini.
You guys are running out of letters over there. You're gonna have to start using numbers.
To be fair, we finally got the Lamborghini from Sugo put back together.
Hopefully this one doesn't get a penalty.
Oh. Yes, I will accept that invite.
The invite to the real lobby, maybe this time Hunter Smith will be in the correct car, which should be the 55.
So, Jamie Wright will be going home as the 17th.
So, well, I mean,
And I
that
will
or
not
I
be
guess
making a comment.
I guess Hunter Smith could take his car. Gee, I wonder, do I accept? Well, I certainly can't race.
Yeah.
The 2028 I set in practice earlier while I was killing time is not going to be great on the... wouldn't have been great on the starting grid. It'd have been like right in the middle of the pack. Right in a prime position to get my frickin' door banged in going through Abby.
Who's Abby and why did you bang her?
Ron Air Logan. Kind of forget there's a door in the conversation. And no, Abby is not a door, it's a corner.
Hey, not my problem what you do with a door, okay? You do you.
Gunther Steiner wants to know your location. You do not smash my door!
Everything you do to my door, I will do to you. Oh, right, I had a couple DMs I had to check. They're all from... Oh.
FBI, open up.
Ironically, it was AJ just making sure to just keep my head on a level platform.
Yeah, maybe cut the James Hunt act. If you're gonna make fun of something, follow my lead. So I just point and laugh, because I know that anybody could make the same mistake. I laugh at AJ making a mistake in a corner the same way I will Dylan or Luke or, well, you when you were still driving. I might laugh a little harder at you. So now as for the actual qualifying session, because apparently that one was just a warm-up. This is an illusion. Open up your eyes. So now it's the other Bentley that gets out of the pit lane first, Jan Torres.
Nice, big, and chunky.
I suppose it also explains why no deal was made about Dylan's off-road adventures setting the pole time there, because that's not the pole time. Hunter Smith has a pit lane violation.
Because for some reason, pit speed is 37 miles an hour.
There could also have been crossing the white line on the exit.
First time's always a warning.
Yeah. I wouldn't know, because I crossed it in GT7 yesterday and I got an instant penalty, so...
You also act like GT7's a good game.
It has its ups and downs.
And the online connection's about as stable as my mental health.
Yeah, the wow, words, Ranker. The lag presentation is kind of like you. It's sporadic all over the place and very dangerous to the touch.
And very speckle.
No, special is not really a word you can use to describe that lag.
And so I call it speckle.
I don't think that's a word you could use either. No, you see, that word is used for people who can't be fixed. I think Polyphony can fix that lag if they cared. But anyway, tirades about separate video games aside, Jan Torres is about to begin the first timed lap of the real qualifying session.
About 20 minutes after the initial start time.
Yeah, and 2.5 into the session, because Silverstone is literally an airfield that you have to get around before you can make a qualifying lap.
I know, it's like someone took Sebring and put it in the UK.
I don't like how accurate that is. That is a comparison right on the same level as a Porsche GTS being the same as just a Beetle. Just being a glorified Beetle. And I use that one all the time.
Question is, which track's a Porsche and which one's the bug?
Well, which one came first? So that's the bug.
Good question, let me check.
I believe Silverstone was 48 or something like that. I don't think Silverstone. I don't think Sebring's that old.
Let's see. Okay, so that's when it opened. And Silverstone beats it by 2 years.
Alright, so yeah, then Silverstone's the bug and Sebring's the Porsche. Which is good because I like Silverstone more anyway.
I'm more preferred to Sebring.
Probably doesn't help I haven't actually driven on Sebring in a video game in a decade when I last played Forza 4.
Screw that.
As Jen Torres comes around to complete the first lap that actually matters in this session, it's a 2:01.102. That's satisfying to read. Let's see. Who else is on a lap? Well, apparently not them. Who's like close to the start finish? Scarborough with a 2:03.7. Yep, there's the sub 2. Dylan Baum with the hand grenade Lamborghini, or like the like Omega spec runs a 59.7 basically.
See, I told him if you replace the engine with a hand grenade, it is great for one flying lap. As AJ's taking an interesting line.
Trying to get out of somebody's way because he finished his lap. He ran a 2-minute 1.
And then there's the 2:01.102.
And then
that 5 times.
commentary doesn't really need that. course, given the length of Silverstone, there's going to be quite a hefty skill gap, so the difference between pole and last is probably going to be 5 seconds. It probably wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Just moved. I think that's Tim Galvin. Yeah, he goes to 6 at a 2:02.1. Exactly a second off the other Bentley, and that is a lot of traffic going through here. Oh, I thought I looked away as I saw his car snap. The Wellington Strait is very busy at the moment. What was that Ferrari up there? Was that Thunder Smith? Yeah, no. Yeah. Where are we? Yes. I don't know where we are. Everything looks the same. It's all flat and green. Thunder Smith is with his grid penalty, trying to at least qualify well enough to start like 15th, maybe. I'll do this thing I'm supposed to do. Hang on. That should have made the in-game audio a little bit louder, because I was told at the end of the last broadcast that that's a bit of an issue, not being able to hear everybody, or all the cars, I should say. Hunter Smith has encountered some traffic in the form of Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, who now gets out of the way, or maybe just missed the corner entirely. It's hard to tell. Even with that interference, Hunter Smith complete a lap, and it is a 2:06 flat. I think Logan's replacement's on an out lap at the moment. So my co-commentator seems to have fallen asleep on me. Need him anyway. And oh right, that's not a lap. Billy Targi at the bottom, but that's I think on an out lap. Same with Jurgensmeyer, actually isn't up by much. And he's making way for, I think that's AJ Knickel going through. Yep. Pretty much the whole field is on the track right now, unless your name is Travis Van Oostendorp, who seems to be fine with his 2:01.9. I don't know how well that's going to hold up.
I am back. I deeply apologize.
What, did you have to go get another Mountain Dew?
No, my folks decided to come into the basement to check out the new windows.
And looks like Carter Ritchie is going to check out the newly mowed grass outside of Turn 4. Now it's effectively ended his lap.
It still amazes me how many fans decide to show up to these races in person.
With some of the crashes here, yeah, I would too. Plus, at the end of the day, this is GT3 racing, so.
And after Brands Hatch, they were racing them like touring cars.
That might be a bit of a question mark on track limits. I'll have to see what the game decides. Doesn't even matter. He doesn't jump Dylan Baum with that a 2-minute flat.
Doesn't even gain a 10. But he does have time for one more lap.
He's in the pits. He has time for one more lap, but he does not care. And Tim Galvin.
Here comes the big chunky Bentley going through the final corner.
Let's see where he can get, and he's I mean, his goals are all basically set in front of him there.
And goes up to 4th.
Jumps 2 cars, 201.71. Luke Allen's heading down Hanger right now. Who else is on a lap? Connor Hannock finished theirs, as has Billy Targi. Hunter Smith is going towards Cops, so those are the only 2 vehicles still on a lap are him and Luke.
And to the field, Trevor's going to be 5 seconds. Now we're pushing 10. And across the line.
Did he even improve? I wasn't looking.
No.
Alright, now it's down to Hunter Smith, who we join also on the Hanger straight, and he's down a 10th and a quarter on his best, so this might not be an improvement either. And if we're going Jurgensmeyer, who never got a clean lap in at all, yeah, the field spread is basically 5 seconds. And I'm fairly certain that both Dylan and AJ probably could have gone faster given, you know, a perfect lap. I'm sure their potentials are faster. It's Hunter Smith, a little bit of a mess.
Faster.
And I don't know what happened.
Didn't change.
Yeah, I kind of figured since he was a 10th down going down the Hanger, he probably wasn't destined for much of an improvement.
Alright.
And he also has that oh-so-pleasant grid penalty from pit lane violations, so he's going to start second from last.
Where is my replacement?
11th. Didn't run anything near what he pulled off in the pre-qualifying lobby, which was a 201 something or other. It was like a 201.3, so it would have been like right in kind of the middle range.
Now, as it's quiet on the grid for a couple minutes.
Of course, this is almost tradition for me at this point. I'm going to put the camera right on top of that Renault RS01, because those cars seem to definitely specialize in launching off the start grid.
Alright. Some things that I am personally going to be keep an eye out on is Dylan, will that car keep it straight or will it be in the fence like it usually is? And will AJ break the record?
Probably.
And also will Luke spin for the 1 millionth time trying to pass somebody?
Alright, so 8 laps in the sprint, which by logic dictates should be 15 or 16 laps in the feature. Not really anything much to explain. It works the exact same way it always has.
As we're probably waiting for Travis to keep playing chicken with the timer.
I'll go at 8 seconds. Hunter Smith could be doing that too. You wouldn't know him.
I think him and Preston are the only 2 drivers in this field that I have personally never gone up against.
And so you wouldn't know Hunter Smith, but I certainly do, because he used to be full time in like the late 2010s, like 2018, 2019. And here are those red lights, and they're green for the Silverstone sprint.
And as expected, here comes Travis, absolutely hogging up the inside. Will he make a move into turn number 1? No, he will. Yes, he will. As there's 3 wide in the back of the pack.
Yeah, it looks like the Bentley went a bit wide, and that allowed Travis to...
And I believe got pushed off track.
His luck doesn't change, clearly. He's still kind of there, though. He might not be in a bad spot, if only by way of things like this. 2x2 heading through the slow section.
And Billy takes an interesting approach that corner.
Oh, well, you kind of had to. He didn't want to slam into Connor Hannock. As Matthew Daly fakes a move on the inside of Scarborough, but there wasn't really a chance there. He's gotten to his outside, but that's going to dissipate. Or not. Yeah, he doesn't quite have that.
And around goes Billy.
Nancy is being obnoxious, as per usual. How do you spin in that car? I don't even know. Anyway, AJ is in hot pursuit as Jan Torres is trying to reinvent the circuit.
Hey, if it works, it works. And I believe the Lamborghini gave him the chrome horn.
Yeah, Zach Preston, the new guy, is already up to 5th after his 11th place grid spot, so he's making quick progress. He's trying to catch up and assist his teammate, if he can. Behind him, Torres versus Richie into Stowe. They make a lot of door contact. I forgot what part of the car that was, somehow. Torres surprisingly not pitting. He's been overtaken by like half a dozen vehicles on the first lap. Right as a lap of Silverstone. 7 more of those.
Look, we have plenty to over.
No, that is not how this works.
Oh, right, this is an F1 as we got a car around, I believe, in the final corner.
It's Billy again, because he's the only one back there.
Or Nancy.
Nancy shouldn't have worn heels.
Yeah.
As Zach Preston's got a huge run on stats, and we all know the Lamborghini's got one thing, and it's straight line domination. And he about gets it woed down. Stotts on the crossover, but the outside here is not great.
And I believe that Stotts is going to try to do a bit of a boat. Stotts attempted to do a crossover on the exit of that corner.
Yeah, but he couldn't cross over with no exit speed, so he just tucked back in. And maybe with the distance between 4th and 3rd, as Tim Galvin's experimenting with some new racing lines. This game's trackside cameras aren't the best at giving you the full story of what the track actually looks like. I don't really know if that's a great run. I don't think he's going to have much of a chance here. No, there's no way. But Tim Galvin may have a chance at Carter Ritchie. No, he doesn't. I thought the Bentley had more speed than that in the straight, but he must be running higher wings, probably to counteract the boat tendencies of that thing. At a track like Silverstone, where high-speed cornering is so important.
Well, as we complete lap number 2 of 8, let's see. Everyone's pretty much got single file, and they're starting to spread out a little bit. This is really the only major battle.
Tim Galvin looks to change that.
Goose has took the interesting track limits on the exit of the corner that led onto that straight.
Looks like that would have been Hunter Smith based on where he was. Galvin's trying the outside of Carter Ritchie. That's... Again, it doesn't usually work as well as you'd expect. It's not Formula 1 here, so we don't quite have all of the grip in the world.
We got side by side up ahead for a second. Then the Lamborghini, remember that the Lamborghini just kneeled. There's no scientific term, it's just kneeled.
I think that was for 4th, not 2nd.
Speaking of 2nd place, where is AJ at?
He's like just out of what would be DRS range.
I guess if we were running dollar store in the cars here. Nope, you're not sleeping on us, Riker.
As I have the volume.
He's fun again. Oh wait, no, that's Scarborough.
That's more than the spin. I think I see a bit of a dent on his hood. I don't think he spun. I think he was sent over here by someone. This car ain't even getting out of there, so that's a DNF from the McLaren driver.
Well, that's one way.
Jurgensmeyer is also pitting. He's actually pitting. Jake isn't technically pitting. He's out of the race. As Zach Preston's engaged evasive maneuvers. Stotts does not have the beans on. Stotts does not have the power down Wellington to do anything about that Huracan. He can get the better exit all he wants. The Lamborghini is untouchable when we get out of a corner.
Just to prove how good a straight line out of the Lamborghini is, I was able to get a podium in that thing earlier in the season at Daytona.
Also proving how understeery it is, considering how quickly the cars behind made up time on the Huracan through Meggetts and Beckett's, but now it no longer matters because it's time for a straightaway.
Yep. And that Italian engineering kicks in as I believe Carter Ritchie's going to send one up the inside into the corner.
Into the corner. I think there's still two, but Stotts might back out. No, he's going to go as far down the inside as he could possibly do. And so he'll fight back for 5th place over fake Nancy. And I gotta turn you up in between races. I have the party audio mix changed so the game can be heard, but now the co-commentator can't be heard.
Well, of course, why not?
Audio issues, am I right? The audio's working, at least.
Yeah, there's nothing more I can think from my end.
Yeah, might as well. Just turn it up now.
Oh, hang on, we got a battle for 14th going on.
Bruh.
Oh, come
the
on.
battle for 14th, I move over here and Billy's in some dirt. And he's still got a better exit than Jurgensmeyer did. He is not taken to Silverstone very well at all. What is generally one of the easier tracks to tackle in an open wheel car. It's not so easy in GT. And we got a pass for not last place. And never mind, we don't.
The leaders in the background.
On the other end of the track going through the S's.
Oh, and Billy's going to cross him over.
And somewhere David Croft just screamed and doesn't know why.
That's an interesting line. Oh.
I thought they'd be closer than that based on the split times. Then I remembered we're getting onto a straightaway here.
Yep. Speaking of getting close, AJ and Dylan are getting close. That gap was approaching 2 seconds a few laps ago.
Yeah, I think Dylan has started to burn out his tires. AJ has apparently started to burn out his track limits. AJ's car is just generally more consistent than that Lamborghini has been, as I'm sure you can attest.
Yeah. But last time by, AJ was faster by 3/10 of a second, so by English work.
Words, please. Come out of my mouth. Please, thank you.
According to, like, if AJ keeps up his average amount of distance gained per lap on Dylan, he should be able to catch him completely within a lap or so. And I believe Jurg had an incident in the final corner. That door-to-door battle is now 3 seconds. Actually, almost 4. And I think I know who may have touched Scarborough.
Maybe that's why he's so slow. Cause
yeah, damage.
AJ is right there. The Huracan has straight line speed, but the AMG is the only thing that can nullify that fact.
Here they come, slipping the little big suck down the hanger straight.
Of course you'd say that.
That's what we can call it.
Draft, slipstream, tow.
Yeah, but this doesn't have the ring as the suck.
That doesn't have any ring to it at all.
And we got 2 laps to go.
I keep seeing these splits get super close together, but that's just the little, like, tug-of-war these two cars are doing.
And now mini straight.
It's not much of a straight, but it's just long enough for Zach Preston to stave off the Renault onslaught.
We could literally be looking at a 7-car battle for 5th if that second group can catch up. Oh, and there's a Lamborghini moment.
He made an attempt, but it's just... he's still kind of there. He's got the corner advantage, but he has the wrong line.
But,
so,
straight away.
Yeah, game over. Well, a bunch of weaving, pick a lane, any lane, just not my lane. Stotts will try the outside, but here comes Carter Ritchie, and he's gonna, I think, actually leg bubble his way through Zach Preston to overtake Matthew Stotts.
And
it's like a cartoon show. We gotta return to the status quo before we can do anything else.
Yep.
SpongeBob never gets fired from the Krusty Krab. He'll never get his boating license. Nobody will ever discover Timmy Turner's fairies, and nobody will ever make an overtake in this race, apparently.
Yep.
Although Matthew Stotts might have just hammered the nail in his coffin there. He'll stay ahead of Tim Galvin, but he has finally, caused some change in the continuum here. And can he get back at the 93 down hanger? Probably.
And ooh, battle for the lead coming to the line. White flag is out. One more.
That's within front bumper distance. That's for sure.
You are one hoggy of the brakes away from possibly taking the lead.
This is now with that battle between the NSX and the Renault. Zach Preston has plenty of breathing room, so he's basically worry-free. AJ does not attempt into turn 3.
Oh, yes he does, actually.
That's turn...
Oh, contact.
I was joking about the bumper. Now Tim Galvin's gotten ahead of Matthew Stotts now. He might have... I don't think it'd damage his car. He didn't hit anything. He just missed a turn. He does fight back against the Bentley, though, but now his chances of taking 5th back are non-existent. And he'll still have Tim and everybody else to fend off as he makes one more lap of Silverstone.
Yep, and now the leaders are going through cops for the final time.
Where are the robbers? Where's robbers if we have cops? They are literally nose to tail hiding through maggots.
Oh, you said that. Never mind.
Yeah, that's an M there. We're on the air. Better run through the S's for DIVEBOMB. I think that's going to leave AJ with Nothing to do unless he gets a run through Stowe like no one's ever seen before. Or Dylan Baum does that, and even the like XYZ spec Lamborghini is not immune to it.
And oh, Dylan wrecks again. And through the final corner. AJ, he is going to win the race, break the record, and the 20 champion is going to put himself in the history book. Now let's see here, will Dylan actually be able to limp that injured car across the line? Here they come. Is he going to get it? Too close at the line.
No, Travis has it.
Second. Dylan's going to limp it home third.
And 3-4 for Champ Racing as Zach Preston will hang on to P4. And Stotts will barely hang on to P6 over the onslaught of the boat. And it'll be a future race pole for Luke Allen as he finishes in 8th.
And now finally spins. Wow.
And here I said AJ would have to run the best Stowe anyone's ever seen. Well, actually, instead, we just had Dylan run the worst Stowe I've ever seen.
And I just realized I screamed and through goes Hamilton.
I've said that in F1 once or twice.
I mean, there's an OP Mercedes here at Silverstone.
But that Mercedes wasn't overpowered, though. Not when Hamilton was driving it.
No, just illegal.
Oh, that's just the Brackley suggestions.
Well, that definitely was a sprint race.
That was definitely one of the races of all time. Zach Preston with quite a statement on his debut. He seemed to be in better control of his car than Dylan was. Now we must awkwardly wait until the feature race begins.
Is there any way we could get AJ in the booth for a post-race comment?
Probably not. He's too busy setting up the lobby.
Any way we can get Dylan in here for a comment?
I don't think we'd be able to stay on the air if he's setting anything.
Well, that's if that 747 he has in the background doesn't just drown out all the noise.
Yeah, that's the other reason why not. As finally, it looks like Hunter Smith has selected the correct vehicle.
There it is.
After both the pre-qualifying and the sprint race. I almost said the front race. What is a front? Is that how Canadian?
Front and sprint.
Is that how Canadians say front? I'm at the front of the pack. Actually, that'd be more like somebody from Ireland. I don't know. Go ask someone who's Canadian or Irish. I'm not. I'm Minnesotan, which means I'm just Canadian, but I gotta pay for the ambulance ride.
And you have that medicinal AR-15.
I have a Nerf gun.
Alrighty. So Luke Allen's going to be on reverse grip pole. And as weird as it is, Dylan will actually start ahead of AJ.
Because he at least didn't spin all the way down to 10th.
Yeah.
What's up?
Where are we?
Qualifying. AJ! When tomorrow is this morning again, apparently.
Oh, hang on, we got a car doing burnouts in the pit lane.
Not anymore.
That would have been a wild Dylan bomb.
Yeah, deja vu. If only we had a technical difficulty screen we could cut to, but we are not. We are not high budget streamers by any means.
Now let's just put the camera on Dylan doing Dylan thing. I don't know if it's actually more funny to see it from like a third-person chase cam POV, or just like casually seeing it just darting up and down the pit lane. Yes, Dad. They casually get an invite from AJ. So,
yeah, I would like read off like sponsorship or something, but I've never been given a script for that, so. If AJ wants me to like plug sponsorships or anything, he should just type out like a script to read off in the middle of like downtime, but he has never done so. So and we just check to make sure we do not have a qualifying session. Okay, we're making progress. He might get done here. He might get done with this before dinner time, who knows? Or
who am I kidding?
or it could be Luke Allen, who always eats dinner right before the league race.
Honestly, like, dude, eat 20 minutes earlier, please, so that way we're not waiting for you to be the last one to show up. Just please, for the love of God, Dale Earnhardt, it's not that difficult to eat 20 minutes earlier.
I think it's because his family calls him. Because his family always makes it right at 6:30 or whatever. Or whenever. And then, of course, there's me, who could never dream of eating that close to race time. Because my stomach is feral. It's the best word I can use.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna eat some spicy KFC afterwards. So, let's see here. Did AJ accidentally put on a practice session this go around?
Surprise! It's a storm conditions.
Honestly, that would be fun. Yeah, pretty realistic.
It never rains that heavy around Silverstone. It's always just a slightly, like, light rain, just enough to make you not want to go outside.
Yeah.
Oh, that was muscle memory there. Can you just like sneeze off mic or something?
No, I just stretched and yawned.
I also yawned. I moved my mic and I did not stretch. So this also was right. It's a 16-lap feature race.
Now, where will Luke choose to start the race? Will he go immediately right off the final corner like I personally would have done? Or would he just keep it on the pit limiter and coast up to the line and then immediately just drop the clutch?
Both those are predictable. So you gotta be weird and you gotta go like halfway out of it so you can catch some people having to accelerate coming out of club and just cause chaos. I'm surprised that's not what you normally do, to be honest.
That's how I know both those options are completely viable. Reminder of how the Zolder feature starts?
Oh, we're sinking like the Titanic.
And we're just as overrated as Titanic. Okay. First car goes through with no issue. And we got the chunky Bentley going next. I don't know why I keep calling the Bentley chunky, it just is. Three, there's four. You should see there's the fifth car. And then there's Dylan. Alright, as the field is slowly figuring things out.
So this should clear my throat about 12 times for no obvious reason. Now we run down the official starting grid for our feature run. Luke Allen's on the pole over Tim Galvin, Matthew Stotts, Carter Ritchie, Zach Preston, Dylan Baum, the weaving maniac of Travis Van Oostendorp, AJ Knickel, his teammate starting right behind in 9th, Fidel Fabian, Jan Torres, who's a reminder, I think started on the second row in qualifying and went nowhere. Hunter Smith.
He went somewhere, just backwards.
He went the wrong way. Hunter Smith, Billy Tarji, Connor Hannock, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, whose car has no number on it, and then the singular DNF'd car from the previous round of Jake Scarborough.
Surprised they were able to wheel the backup off the trailer and get it ready.
That was fast. Also surprising that Hunter Smith brought two completely different cars to the racetrack.
Yeah, you normally don't see anything like that anymore. I mean, it was a common occurrence back in the 60s and 70s at the Indy 500. But this is neither the 60s or 70s, and this isn't Indianapolis.
This is not even half the track of Indianapolis. As everyone gets in this incredibly disorganized double stack.
As you say that, they're immediately back to organized. I think that's just the camera angle actually making it seem like it was more of a mess. Well, and also Travis being a swerving maniac.
This is your nickname now. If I am the ancient one, then Travis is the swerving maniac.
Here they come. Into the final corner.
I think, if I remember, Luke is able to go anywhere out of the second apex. He could go here if he wanted to, I think. Can't right now because he got super far ahead of the Bentley, but...
Bringing them up.
He's waiting, and we are green. Right as I get an invite to a league I don't race in. Luke's gonna lead into turn 1, but stops because apparently the Renaults are just the gods of.
Oh, contact! Brake wreck in the back.
Oh dear God! You see, the trackside camera would be great to follow that, but unfortunately, the trackside cameras in this game suck. Oh, DIVEBOMB's been spun up by his teammate, and oh dear God!
Who's there? Who's there?
Yeah, call an ambulance. Call an ambulance because, oh my God. Tim Galvin just got sent to Narnia, and we just watched DIVEBOMB get team killed into the reserve guy.
Well, and don't quote me on this, but I believe this will be the first lap that Luke will lead all season.
That's an ouch.
Hey, if I'm not wrong, I'm not wrong. So, first lap shenanigan. Still trying to figure out where Tim Galvin got penalty. Not Tim Galvin.
That's Carter Ritchie. That's not Tim Galvin. He exceeded track limits. Probably trying to avoid.
Or he probably may have accidentally jumped the grid.
No, because that wouldn't have said track limits. It literally says in the race feed down there, time penalty. Oh, well, that's what it tells me. Yeah, he got a time penalty for exceeding track limits.
That's because this game doesn't let me see all the valuable information.
What does it let you see? Just the speedometer?
I see the speedometer, the track map, the live timing and scoring on the far left, and then the thing in the middle, top of the screen.
Oh. And so you do not see the... Well, of course you wouldn't... Naturally you wouldn't see the controls for the menu, and you don't see the race feed.
Yeah, I don't get to see all the valuable information, as we got one car coming in for its pit stop. In fact, we got 3, 4, possibly like 5 or 6 takers.
Oh yeah, well that makes sense, because he smacked into his teammate, so one of them is Zach Preston. I'm just gonna let them all get in their stalls before I try and calculate, because it's having a meltdown.
Dylan is staying out.
Interesting.
Maybe he didn't nearly barrel roll on his end? Then again, I think the barrel rolling got no suspension damage. The only reason why I had to pit was because I needed a new wing.
Let's see, so Hunter Smith, Travis Van Oostendorp, Jake Scarborough, we are great. Actually, it's because we're behind the wall. Right. So yeah, Tim Galvin, Travis Van Oostendorp, Jake Scarborough, Zach Preston, Hunter Smith, and Connor Hannock had to pit there for damage. That's not their mandatory, so they're already on the back foot for that. As Luke is doing his best Kimi Räikkönen impression, both cars immediately behind him are swerving, and he's just driving in a straight line. Up now, he's swerving.
Yep. So. There's the new record holder.
Yeah, and he's already gained 4 places off the start based on all of the cars that just got caught up in that.
Oh. I also want to talk about how last season the McLaren was the dominant car because all the top teams had the perfect setup for that McLaren, and now this season, I think there's only been one, maybe two full-time, well, mostly full-time McLarens, and they've both been running mid-pack.
Jake's been the most consistent McLaren attendance-wise, and he's supposed to be a reserve. But in AAR, which is I think Joshua Bowditch and somebody else, I don't even know who they are. That's how little they've shown up. They have not really made that many starts. And Jake Scarborough has made the last 3 in a row as a reserve for a team that's not even his own, because his own team is the other Mercedes team alongside AJ's. So I mean, Fidel Fabian and Jonathan Jurgensmeyer.
Now, as they come down, I believe we should be green this time.
See no reason why we wouldn't be. Everyone's right there.
Hang on, it is Silverstone. I'm checking for protesters on the track.
We're on the air, Logan. Oh, he's going a lot quicker this time.
Let's see here. Do we survive turn 2 this go round?
Seems like just about, although it is very chaotic, especially in the mid to back part of the field.
Well, that's what happens when you get a bunch of the fast guys who get involved in the lap 1 shenanigans and restart in the back. Oh, because we got a battle for the lead.
Luke Allen attempts to swerve like a maniac, but you can't out-swerve a Renault driver, and Matthew Stotts will just sweep on through into the lead. Luke honestly didn't put up the most defense once we got to the corner. And there's Mr. Record Breaker sitting right there in wait as Matthew Stotts gets a terrible exit out of there.
Yep. And here comes AJ making the move for second. Will he attempt the absolute hog ye for first? No.
No, he's not Lewis Hamilton. Despite being in that Mercedes.
And having the most points in all of ours.
And Jurgensmeyer has been... he's been freight trained as he goes towards Maggots and Beckett's. That looks so weird. I thought those two were just off the track together. No, they're just on a different part of their S's. As it is Dylan versus Fidel heading down Hanger.
And I believe, is that Luke fighting back against AJ?
Made an effort, but AJ had more top speed, so it was a moot point. Dylan really must not have that much damage. He's made up 2 places on that straightaway alone. Unless Fidel comes back at him, which he's not doing. But he's pitting.
I think he may have had a little bit of damage, but was waiting for the lap to go by so that way he could come in and pit, and it was kind of mandatory.
Probably, so... I mean, he didn't seem to be down on pace too much before. Now he just has to hope that the pit stop glitch doesn't absolutely butcher his pace. As AJ makes one of the turn 1s of all time. I don't know how, in God's name, the stewards are not noticing that one. Or in-game stewards, I should say. I definitely noticed it, and I am a steward, as Luke Allen has damage, too. Or he's making his mandatory early. I also forgot that's a thing.
Yeah. Oh, contact in the back of the pack. It appeared to be Travis and new guy.
It was Zach Preston. I think they got some doors into the mix heading out of there. And Zach Preston was one of the cars that was relegated to the bottom 5 on the running order following the turn 1 or turn 2 incident. And he's already pretty much in a relatively successful salvage mission as he gets a huge run on the Renault.
Oh, contact! Big wreck in the back. 2 cars around.
It's Tim Galvin. No clue what sent him around, but we managed to at least catch that side camera of his Bentley stricken on the side of the racetrack. Preston secures the overtake. And Jake Scarborough is right there too. Meanwhile, I just saw that on the top of the screen. Oh my word. No. Stop it. Get some help.
It's a Mercedes using some interesting overtaking stuff at Silverstone. It's Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, Matthew Stotts, he uses the pit entry, straight line to gain time, basically.
I still don't know why the pit speed line is so far back. Yeah.
This pit lane would be way too long without it. See F122 for an example.
Well, no, it just seems like it could actually be a little bit close, like on the exit of the corner instead of before the corner. Yeah, but
it'd be pretty easy for somebody to come tearing into that pit entry corner, miss the corner, hit the wall, and debris takes out all of the pit workers.
Yeah.
This seems to be a very popular lap for mandatories.
Yep, and let's see here, and I believe Dylan is the first guy clear of their mandatory, and he's in P10.
Stotts and Luke right there in tow, as the other two, lead cars, as it were, that have. Fabian, Preston, Scarborough, and, well, I don't think Galvin wanted the pit yet, but he didn't have a whole lot of a choice when he's got clobbered, heading towards cops.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out who that Ferrari that went around with him. Because that was a two-car incident involving a red Ferrari. And as the leaders are going through the whatever that corner is. And they're coming in.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's see here. Where's Dylan at?
Don't want to get undercutted too badly, I guess, so kind of force their hands.
Here we go. AJ's on pit lane, and Dylan's just now entering the hangar straight. This will be one of the key battles to look at.
As Jen Torres still does not pit on this occasion, even though most of the cars follow the two previous leaders in.
Archie comes out, that's really going to screw him. Here we go, let's see here, where's AJ at? AJ's now just been released, and where's Dylan at?
Oh yeah, Dylan's going to have the net lead. He's going to get right around AJ here. You are not AJ.
There's AJ, and here they come.
Oh, they're going to actually battle at turn 2. AJ's going to have to... Actually, no, he's not going to have to warm his tires. This is an F1, so AJ will barely clear the Huracan. But Dylan's going to be very fierce to try and get him right now.
And here we go. Let's see here. Will Dylan make any move into this corner? No, because Mercedes got that questionable engine. I refuse to believe the fact they don't actually have the F1 engine under the hood of that car. Bound for 6? Yeah.
That's a new line, Dylan.
Okay, the officials ain't calling it.
Oh no, they did. He just got a track limit penalty, and he's also spun again.
And then the grass that goes around. Heads up.
Oh my lord, he's definitely barrel rolled this time as he slides helplessly into the front of Matthew Stotts.
Put it out, put it out. And
Yeah, that was a
I believe
flip,
that car
so...
is done.
And Torres just got nay-nayed. As did the other four.
Big crash.
Matthew Stott's car now looks like that weird Volkswagen concept I saw a couple of times a while ago. I think it was like the LX or something.
I don't know, but wow.
Dylan gets launched like a vehicle in Mario Kart. Dude got hit with the blue shell in 6th place.
Oh, I got something to show you later.
Oh boy.
You don't see that someone just sent me because I was about to type in the chat that we got that on camera. And oh, we had a random car retire and it wasn't Dylan.
Oh, he was like competing for a podium and he just quit. And that was like a manual disconnection because it would have said disconnected, so if he didn't mean to do that.
I saw a car retire and I was like, oh, Dylan must have retired the car after that monster flip. And it's coming through my headset. The local airport picked that up on radar.
Well, we are at an airfield. I don't think that was a license. I don't think that was a planned takeoff.
No, and now we're gonna have to file so much paperwork post-race. Just love how there's a bunch of clean cars and there's the 2 cars with these things damaged, and then there's just a Lamborghini missing the cover to the front.
We haven't even done the pit stops yet, so we're gonna have another caution lap. Travis is still swerving like we're about to go green. Is that just your favorite pastime or something, Travis?
Actually, I think no, since he was the one missing the wing, I believe that we may be. Oh wait, no, it was Stott who had the damage.
As they couldn't pit before because Torres was past the pit lane, so pits were closed.
So, this has been an interesting race.
That's a word for it, yeah.
We have a Lamborghini Ghost Space Shell status on us.
Almost for the second time, because the first lap already had something similar, but it was, instead it was just him being shoveled by, Hunter Smith, that was his name.
And now let's look at the running order. We got AJ leading with Luke Allen in second.
It's surprising what can happen when you don't spin.
I know. You should do this more, Allen. Blah, 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 blah.
You want to try that again, sport?
You should do this more often, Luke.
Well, I thought you were saying me. I was like, Alan is his name. Also, his bumper's hanging off.
I was reading his username while trying to speak.
You should do this more often, LD Allen 97. Which I thought was an I for the longest time. It wasn't until I put two and two together that it was Luke, or LD, or his first and middle initial. Now I'm doing it. Your specularity is rubbing off on me.
No, the Rikerisms have always been around.
They weren't this bad.
The speckleness is contagious.
Oh, we didn't need those cones, Travis. Don't worry about it.
We got debris in the S's.
Put it out! Oh, wait. We still might not be able to go this time, as Matthew Stotts is not even close to the rest of the field, so... Unless we just don't wait. But we usually do wait for this, so... I don't know, I guess we'll play it by ear, more or less. The fact that AJ is not swerving does kind of lead me to believe we are not going. Oh, we're up to 60. Oh, we were slowing down so Stotts could catch up, so... Alright, yeah, we are going green right here, right now. I don't think AJ got a chance to warm his tires. I'm sure he'll be fine. As the two league admins take us to the green flag here from Silverstone once again. Concertina effect may have just played havoc on some people. I'll have to wait and see on that. Certainly didn't help Jake Scarborough, who just got mugged by Matthew Daly off the start. Oh, I don't know if that was the best rejoin we've ever seen there. Luckily, no casualties from two very offline GT cars. As I think my co-commentator's parents returned to the basement. They must have found the bodies. For legal reasons, that is a joke. Fidel Fabian looks for a move on Luke Allen. He's going to get down the inside and clear, but he saves the car. That is a race-saving recovery right there. He still has a chance to take the spot away because Luke Allen had to give so much space to allow the car to be saved. He can't keep it, or he can't take it, but at least he keeps third as Travis Van Oostendorp wants to make full advantage of the chaos. Chaos! Oh my god. So much door contact combined with a little bit of lag, and Travis just almost Verstappened. Zach Preston, that's his name. Matthew Daly is just, the Red Seas are parting for him right now. He tried on Zach Preston, but thought better of that into the S's. Van Oostendorp has lost ground to Daly. Under threat from the 11, the McLaren. Yep, that's the company.
Yes, it is.
That is one of the car companies of this race.
Oh, and the Bentley's gonna send one up the inside?
And he's got way more top speed than that McLaren. That's like the McLaren's weakness when it's not being driven by 44R.
Just trying to figure out where 44R gets the F1 engines from. Oh, car coming in.
Dylan's going in again. For no easily discerned reason, anyway. Which is to say, I have no idea.
Maybe this is linked.
We got 3-car train for P2 at the moment, and then there's just the madness behind this. Tim Galvin is defending from Scarborough, who wants that spot back. But he may have a hard time taking it with the McLaren's less than ideal top speed. Luke Allen is in a world of hurt in a second. Fidel's going to try the outside this time.
And that's going to turn into the inside for this next corner, and they're going to go side by side here on the exit. Luke's going to keep position for a second because now it's a straightaway, and he's got two hungry straight line monsters behind him.
But Fidel couldn't quite find the lane with the way that the corner sweeps on exit. Is Fidel going to get Verstappen? Oh my god, you'd think they were F1 cars. No contact, not even an off track for either driver.
It's a four-car battle for second, and Luke.
Oh, Luke with a snap. Zach Preston's about to rub the frickin' diffuser off of Fidel's AMG. Wrong model year.
And
the swerving maniac is trying so desperately to keep the yellow submarine at bay. And he might just about do so for now.
Oh god, don't go through.
Oh, they're 2x2 going into club now.
Contact!
This would be the craziest race for the lead ever if AJ Knickel did not exist. Oh, Fidel has given Zach Preston 0 lanes.
And while the cars behind them are taking about 8 different lanes.
This looks like one of those drag races you'd see in the Need for Speed games. As Tim Galvin's making a new turn 1.
Yep, we got him. Yep, we got an
It's Matthew Daly.
Aww.
Yeah, no, AJ doesn't make a mistake. Not from this far ahead. Luke Allen is set to repeat history here. Or I guess more like Fidel is. But this time he has no chance of overtaking.
Oh, and I believe Dylan spun off the final corner, I believe. Because that car came to, well, that guy came to a stop.
Oh no. Anyway. He's not exactly up to the front, so it's not really worth putting the camera there unless he brings a caution out by spinning. Considering he's already flipped once, I guess it's not impossible, as Fidel tried to make a cheeky position. Yep, make up a position through English words. Oh, through the S's? That's a bold strategy. And they both clearly maintain control of their cars, and that's exactly what Zach Preston wanted to see.
Remember when I said they'd be running these cars like they're touring cars?
Yeah, Fidel's going to be the first example of that today.
I wouldn't say first, but yeah.
Most prominent, as he tries the outside of Stowe, and he doesn't have that either.
And now the banana boats have gotten clear of the that second pack, and here they come.
The Renaults are coming. And going off track while they're at it is Matthew Stotts. No, that's Van Istendorp. Tries to find a new racing line. I thought it was Chevy's thing to find new roads. Oh my god, Travis.
That looked like that was about to be the big one. And the Ferrari is blocking for his life.
After Travis has shown us one of my favorite phrases that I came up with in racing, there's two kinds of talent. The ability to not spin, and the ability to stop a car that is spinning.
And will Fabian try to cross him over?
No, because Alan is parking that Italian bus right on the apex. There's nowhere to go.
And now here comes the straightaway. Fabian's going to try to stick his nose on the outside. Nearly goes off track.
Then you're going to make a bunch more bumper contact. Bumper door contact.
And they're keeping on track. Will Zach make it 3 wide?
I don't think so. This is not at all where I'm looking. There we go.
Into the S's.
And looks like Fidel might... I don't know, Lucas still got a splitter there. He's kind of being ushered on by Zach and by Travis. But Fidel's now going to have a straightaway. So he's going to finally clear Luke Allen for P2.
What a beautiful battle.
Oh, and then he's done to Luke Allen. Off into the sunset.
Finala.
Just as quickly as he came, he went. Head of the gutter, Logan. I know what you're thinking. Anyway, still got the battle for third. Matthew Stotts made full advantage of that when his teammate could not. I think he's got his tar. Oh my god. My brain is slowing down as we speak. His car set up a bit too stiff as he's hitting those bumps in turn 1 and 2, and he's starting to look like a trampoline on wheels.
And as one of the Ferraris, I believe that's going to be Hannick going to try to send one up the inside of Travis.
Not much of a chance.
Oh.
This is a new run. I mean, that can kind of work if you're really going for a good exit. That's not really what you're supposed to do anyway.
Meanwhile, AJ is gapping the field by nearly 2 seconds a lap.
That may change now that Fidel Fabian is, like, not in a battle for his life. He might be able to not be losing 2 seconds a lap at least.
I mean, have you seen the car behind him?
Okay, yeah, no. He might be back in a battle soon, I guess. I thought he'd be further ahead by now. Although he does have a straightaway. And the Renault is not great in a straight line.
Especially if you take racing lines like that. Ooh, that's a attempt. Ooh, something's going on with Dylan's car. Is he's running 228?
Might have been a pit lap.
Possibly. Is that a piece of debris that just went across the screen?
I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
And Matthew Stotts can get to Fidel.
Yeah, we have the image on one of the banana cars in the back.
Oh, yeah, Travis is missing a lot of his vehicle. That's going to be tough to nurse.
So that thing I saw fly across the screen was, in fact, the wing. I get it, wings are meant for flying, but as AJ's catching the lap traffic.
He's catching Dylan. That's gotta be like one of the most bizarre things to see is like your original closest. Oh my god, Matthew Stotts, you just did that? Jeez. Just embarrassed Fidel are on the outside of part of the S's, but unfortunately, all that hard work will now be undone because straightaway time.
And clear.
Stotts might get desperate to stay ahead though. Yeah, he's gonna go late on the brakes. That trackside camera made it look like he clobbered him, but they actually didn't make any contact. And Fidel will remain in the lead. Matthew almost got into the back of him a third, or almost, yeah. Second time, where he almost gets into Fidel, but doesn't.
And Dylan's back in the pit. I believe he may just end up retiring that car.
I mean, yeah, there's only 2 laps to go. He doesn't really have much point in continuing. There's not like there's going to be any cautions.
Well, battle for a second is still going to be a good thing.
As I didn't even notice while we were focused on Dylan, but his teammate managed to sneak through ahead of Matthew Stotts after he failed to overtake Fidel. He literally said, "Okay, my turn."
There's no way Travis is still running without a real wing, is he?
Boy! I mean, he's doing well to keep that thing on the racetrack, but you're going to lose just as many positions anyway.
You lose about 30-ish seconds per pit stop.
Well, the distance between him and last place, other than Dylan, before losing that wing, was, well, less than that. Well, excluding Dylan.
Well.
Oh, Drake Scarborough's gone around again. This time I don't think he had anybody assisting him, as I learned in Messenger chat earlier. The reason he spun in race 1 was Connor Hannock.
We got beef.
Apparently Matthew has re-overtaken.
Yep, and speaking of interesting things, we're finally on the final lap of this race.
No, let's get one more big wreck for the road. Actually, better, yeah, let's get AJ to actually screw up from the lead. It's not like he needs more wins. He's already got the championship and the record, and there's still another week to go.
Yes. I believe we're at Spa next week.
Well, that's quite the finale. Who decided that?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the guy who's currently leading.
No. Oh, yeah, of course he'd want to end it off on 2 straightaway tracks.
Yep. And then it'll be a week off, and then we'll be in a interesting event.
Yeah, historic F1. That's going to be a thing. Certainly one of the racing series. Matthew Stotts barely keeps control of that thing after eating those curbs like breakfast. And he still might have a chance to pass Fidel at the last minute. Oh, he's going to try and bumper him, and he's going to turn Fidel Fabian. Oh, my lord. Oh, God. As somebody who's going to be in a party with Fidel Fabian later, that's going to be a real fun cooldown room.
Well, anyways, off the final corner for the 14th time this season, AJ Nichols is going to take the check flag here in GT3.
And we're still going to battle for second. Is Matthew going to put the bumper to somebody else? No.
But that's still going to be a second place, because there's no way that's not a penalty.
Yeah, so even unofficially, not a bad debut for... Oh, he got him at the line. Oh my god.
He got him at the line.
So Zach Preston's gonna take 4th and 2nd in his debut weekend arc. I would say Dylan got quite an upgrade. You might want to find somebody to replace himself too, considering his result.
What a move! The perfect end for the battle for second.
Neither of the two that were battling for second at the start of the lap got it. And at 4th, Fidel managed to get back to P5. How do I have a mirror?
Yeah, that was... Was it? What was that gap? Okay, if you remove this... Oh, there was a 1-second penalty.
Otherwise, it would have been 9, or it would have been 1/100th difference, but Stotts would have had it. Not that there's not even an iota of doubt in my mind, though, that Stotts isn't going to get hit with like a 10-second for that. So that would put him not only behind Zach Preston, but probably behind even Hunter Smith and Jurgensmeyer even.
Let's see here. He's probably going to get 10 seconds for that, so that's probably going to put him behind Jan Torres.
Or Hunter Smith, he is
right there. That was something.
Yeah, that was a race. I'm gonna go end the broadcast. The next thing will not be our Rallycross. That's off this week. So the next broadcast you'll get on this channel is F1, and the next one from me and Logan will be Spa. Assuming Logan stays in the league long enough to cap off this GT3 championship. And then it's finally a break, and then absolute cluster of historic Formula One.
Hang on, before I got some interesting news as Zach Preston got that P2 with the default setup.
So I think we've finally spotted the root of all evil there at Champ Racing. You should have been using the A-Spec this whole time. Because, well, I didn't see Zach losing it in every other corner, but Dylan finished 5 minutes behind the winner. I'm not saying it's Dylan's fault, I'm just saying I'm seeing a pretty common denominator, and math has taught me anything, I'm supposed to divide by that, so... Yeah, that bombshell until Spa.